Another national security threat, Senator, I know you're in tune with it. China, the Chinese Communist President Xi Jinping sent a clear message to the West warning on Taiwan independence and promising a military buildup. Do you believe that we need to be on a Cold War footing with China at this point?
I think we are in a new Cold War with Communist China right now. And just as it took the strong leadership of Ronald Reagan to defeat the Soviet Union to win the last Cold War, we need the same clarity of purpose. We need the same vision to stand up and defeat China. Now, let me be clear. Reagan never got into a shooting war with the Soviet Union. No one wants to see the American army and the Chinese army face each other on the battlefield. But what Reagan understood is that you defeat evil with strength, not with weakness, that appeasement doesn't work, that appeasement encourages bullies and tyrants. And I got to say, you look at the first 5 months of the Biden administration, when it comes to foreign policy, almost every single decision has been 180 degrees opposite. Joe Biden has alienated and antagonized our friends and allies, and he's shown weakness and appeasement to our enemies. And China, Russia and China both are, and Iran are all feeling energized by a weak president who won't stand up to them. You know, today, President Xi in China issued a chilling warning to the nation of Taiwan. Right. And that warning, I fear, may well presage military action against Taiwan because Xi doesn't believe that Biden would have the fortitude to do anything to stop it. And I think that's really dangerous. It invites military aggression.
Senator, but and I've been talking about this for a long time. The enemy isn't at the gate. It's in our house. I mean, how we help cause this and create this problem. How do we protect ourselves from a communist threat that is actually here and embedded in our economy?
Well, we've got to call it out, and we've got to use every tool we have. So for 9 years in the Senate, I have been leading the charge to stand up against communist China. And I got to say, for a lot of years, it was a lonely fight because just about every Democrat and a whole lot of Republicans said, China's our friend. There's no threat here. Don't worry about it. One of the real consequences of the COVID pandemic is, I think, it opened eyes in the United States and across the world that communist China, they are murderers, they are liars, they are torturers, they run concentration camps, they are committing genocide of Uyghurs right now, over 1 million Uyghurs in concentration camps as we speak. And so I've introduced over a dozen separate pieces of legislation designed to fight back on their military aggression, to fight back on their espionage. They engage in the theft of intellectual property as a matter of state policy, to fight back on their propaganda. You know, Hollywood censors American movies at the request of the Chinese censors. One bill I've introduced is a bill called the Script Act that provides that American movie companies would not get access to U.S. government assets, things like ships and planes, which are used in many, many movies, if they are allowing the Chinese communists to censor their movies. We need to be using all the levers we can to press back. And one of the most important things is we need to delink our supply chain. We are too dependent on China for essential goods. You know, in the middle of the pandemic, one of the major Chinese controlled newspapers threatened to cut off pharmaceuticals to the United States. They have gotten a critical lock on the supply of much of our medical equipment and pharmaceuticals. They systematically targeted and driven out of business U.S. production. We need to have tax policies, federal policies to bring production back to the United States, bring the supply chain back to the United States, and end our dependence on the Chinese communists.
Senator, we're out of time, but I have to ask you one more quick question. You ran for president in 2016. Are you considering a 2024 presidential run?
Well, sure.
Just considering, just thinking about it.
I am certainly looking at it. I'll tell you, 2016 was the most fun I've ever had in my life. We came incredibly close, had an incredible grassroots army, 326,000 volunteers nationwide. And so whether it is in the Senate or whether it is in a presidential campaign, I'm committed to fighting to defend free enterprise, to defend freedom, and to defend the Constitution and Bill of Rights. And right now, the battleground is the U.S. Senate. Right now, the battleground is fighting back on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the incredible threat they're posing to our liberty. And so I'm proud to be leading that fight right now in the U.S. Senate.
All right. Thank you so much. Senator Ted Cruz, we appreciate you being with us.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.